As we reported earlier, Baptist Hospital opened its doors nearly 100 years ago. There have been many changes over the years, but one thing has remained constant for 65 of those years. Lorene Cachola introduces us to a nurse who has spent most of her life caring for others.
Back when we were growing up, you had to work to eat. So I've always worked hard. And when I first started out, not in nursing, but I did sold tickets at the theater all during my high school. They paid me $3 a week, and I worked every day, 6 days a week.
Growing up in the Depression, Helen Denica worked hard. In the summer, she earned another $5 a week at a dry goods store in Millington. Her mother helped her decide what to do after high school.
And then I went into nurses training because my mother felt like that's what I needed to do. And I've never regretted it. She made a wise decision.
Today, the 86-year-old Denica is an ambulatory surgery nurse at Baptist Hospital Tipton, celebrating her 65th year as a working nurse. In 1943, she began her career at Baptist Hospital in Memphis. After a year of training in Detroit, she spent the next 28 years as an anesthesia nurse at Baptist.
When I first went in nurses training, there was 500 beds. They had no telephones in the rooms, no bathrooms, no anything, And then it went from 500 to 1,800, 18 floors and 1,800 patients while I was there.
She's been part of a tremendous change in medicine. She was there when penicillin was introduced, and she's seen incredible advances in technology.
Well, just like in anesthesia. They sit back now and just watch a monitor, Well, of course, I couldn't do that because I had to do everything by hand. So that's a big change.
Denica has not slowed down after 65 years of nursing.
Yeah.
Other nurses say she works harder than anyone else at the hospital, always on her feet, using the stairs instead of the elevator. And in those years, she's seen all kinds of people come through the doors of Baptist Hospital.
Elvis was there, and I met him. I saw him. I was there when he died. And also Archie Manning. Archie Manning had surgery while I was there. Dr. Stewart did I think it was a broken wrist or something on his arm. He was there. And I got to touch him, or recover him, really,
She took a few years off to raise her sons, a doctor, a lawyer, and a paramedic. She came back to Baptist, eventually moving to the hospital in Covington, in part because interstate traffic in Memphis is a little hectic for the 86-year-old who still drives herself to work every day. Right now, she has no plans to stop.
Well, I think when everything, all the things are going to go on computer, that's when I think I might retire.
For Smart Medicine, I'm Lorene Cachola.